So, it's our first visit to Bike Park Bellwald. I'm here with Christoph and Gianmarco. And I think we're going to start off on this blue mixed trail called Fast and Furious. We've got 2 days here, so we're just going to take a nice gentle roll through, check things out. Wow, tell you what, there's a load of sheep shit everywhere.
Let's spare you both the sheep's contribution and our poor initial efforts though, and move straight on to the afternoon when we know some of the trails a little better.
So we've been and checked out all but one of the trails this morning. Now we're back on one we've already ridden. Wow, that's got some pop on that lip. All those rock lips. Oh, I can tell already this is going to be a blast. See, I think at the top of the park here we've come up 2 lifts and we're well over 2,600 metres, which means we've got quite a descent in front of us.
Fast and Furious is designed to show off the stunning alpine landscape here in Bellwald. It mixes flow, jumps, a natural single track with rollable features and plenty of creative lines to keep things interesting. It's officially rated blue, but some sections definitely push that label a little bit. If you've just come off Forrest Bump, this is the logical next step up.
So, they describe this one as a blue mixed trail, which I guess means kind of a mix between, I wouldn't say tech, but more so enduro and flow. That last section we've just come out of was definitely the flow bit, and now it starts to get a little bit more enduro-y. This section in particular is super rough. Which is why I'm very, very pleased to have to stop and take a break just here. Wow. Definitely very cool, but certainly not the easiest of blue trails. Right, day 2. It's not quite such nice weather, but that's probably going to mean that the footage is going to look nicer because we won't have all that massive contrast in the woods. We're just going to go and hit Forrest Bump for a bit of a warm-up, and we'll go and show you some of the other trails. So, see if we can start off a little bit better than yesterday now that we know the trails some more.
Forrest Bump is the park's signature trail. Machine built, flowy and surprisingly quiet thanks to Bellwald's relatively remote location.
Very good berms and very few braking bumps. I guess that could be because it is not the easiest bike park to access. It's in Oberwallis, so it's a 3.5 hour drive for us, and it's a fair old drive from any large centres of population. But we will enjoy the lack of people today.
It's 4.2 kilometres long, drops 380 metres and has an average gradient of 9%. Rated intermediate, it's designed to be beginner friendly, but with plenty of optional features for progression. Small jumps, side hits, rollers, and even a few technical surprises if you go looking for them.
This section now is my favourite. Nice! It's the first time I've hit that bigger lip. And that's what makes it so good. So much opportunity for progression. Little gap. Oh, awesome berms. They don't close up on you, they're just like a nice constant radius all the way around. Oh. Woof. Oh, fast. It's a little bit too excitable there. So many little hits.
Yeah.
There you go. Probably the best blue trail I've hit in Switzerland. Fabulous. Here we go. Into the wild. So yeah, this trail definitely much more enduro. Red trail or single black diamond, depending on your currency. Cool, the rock feature there with a little drop at the end.
Into the Wild is 2.6 kilometres long and drops 310 vertical metres. It's hand-built, natural and designed to offer a more technical experience, rolling over roots, rocks and all sorts of off-camber surprises without being too exposed or extreme.
Lots more flat corners in here. Oh, loose rock in the middle of the trail. This trail's quite good value for money because it loops out and back, so for the amount that you descend it's actually pretty long. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be coming down here on a downhill bike, because every now and again you just need to give it a little bit of a pedal. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I just don't think it would be as much fun as the other trails. But if, like me, you ride enduro all the time, it's ideal. It's very cool, pretty quick in places. There we go. This is the downhill bike killer bit. Well, a valiant effort to stay high on the roots. Oh, it's pretty rough. Try and give Christoph a little bit of space. I don't want to end up running to the back of him. There you go. That's the end of Into the Wild. And we're back onto the very last section of Forrest Bump. Beautiful. Looking pretty mystical at the top of the bike park today. It's over there. That's the trail we're going to ride next. Back at the top, I'm showing you 3 of the 6 trails here now. I'm going to stick with the enduro theme and go down this way and check out Lord of the Rims. Okay, here we go. Lord of the Rims, red trail. Gianmarco said he really enjoyed this trail yesterday, so we're going to send him out in front today. At least means we'll see him a little bit in the film. So bike park 6 trails doesn't sound like a lot, but we have to bear in mind top to bottom is 1,000 meters of descent, so might not be a very high number of trails, but it's quite a lot of kilometers.
With over 450 metres of descent and an average gradient of 12.5%, this one's steep, technical and packed with variety. The trail kicks off with a rough alpine single track before weaving into narrow sections that feel like classic Swiss enduro.
Oh, what am I doing? Definitely wasn't an intentional French line before all the keyboard warriors start banging on about it. Just got this short bit of shared trail here, and then it's back onto the bike trail in a second. Really cool alpine single trail section. There we go, back on the exclusive mountain bike trail. Very reminiscent of the Bike Kingdom, Lenzheide and Rosa. A lot of very similar styled trails. Again, probably not the best trail on a downhill bike. Probably just about get away with it. I think it's safe to say this is much more the tech trail. Now we were above the cloud before, just dropping into it now. Kind of shows you how high up we are at the top. Whew. I think this is like Into the Wild, a red trail. Nothing too crazy, but you definitely want to be comfortable with rough rocks, lots of little steps. It's one of those trails where a little bit of speed really helps carry you over the rocks and the rough stuff. Whoa, nice one, buddy. Now we've got quite a long traverse. Super narrow along here and a little bit exposed, especially that corner there where you're kind of heading straight towards the abyss. I think it's fair to say that this traverse isn't the best part of this trail. It's perfectly okay, but it's not as spectacular as that top bit. But I guess out of necessity, I think this was probably a hiking path that they've repurposed, and so they've just used something that was already here. It works. Nice. Nice one, buddy. Nicely ridden.
Unfortunately, we only had time to film 4 of the 6 trails properly. We did roll through Dirty Cranking, but didn't really have a chance to give it a proper go. And Sliderman, well, we didn't even attempt it. Maybe next time, because I've got a feeling there will definitely be a next time. In the meantime though, thanks for coming along, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.